Hey everybody, I'd like to give a special shout out to our friends Kim and Jen over at Twisted Teachers Podcast. As educators ourselves, we just love what they're doing over there. In episode 37, they cover Zandans. This story comes right down the road from CJ and myself. You don't want to miss it. Just search for Twisted Teachers Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts and on Facebook. Christmas 2021.
Here we are. Woohoo! Christmas 2021 can never be too late.
Merry Christmas.
All Things Unexplained. Hosted by Dr. Mouse.
Let's face it, we were always ready to roll without him anyway.
CJ Derringer.
Ain't nobody perfect, right?
And Smitty Neves.
I've never planned out hardly anything my whole life. I just free ball.
Featuring Cajun Man.
I'm just old nobody, somebody looking for somebody.
That little jingle right there is why I wish it was Christmas all year round. How great was that?
That sounds good.
Welcome to All Things Unexplained. Everybody, explain to me why it can't be Christmas all year round. That's what I want to know.
Well, you know what? For a slight praise, Larry may just serenade us in the background constantly all year long.
Well, it's been a
He
summer
is really quite good, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, it's been hot here too.
Yeah, it's been like 71 degrees.
Right.
It's been crazy. I went deer hunting yesterday.
Breaking records left and right.
Global
bit
warming,
on-
folks.
Well, maybe.
We
I
haven't
was
covered
getting
it
bit.
Man.
on All Things Unexplained yet, but I guess it's time soon with this record heat.
Yeah.
Global warming, our next topic. Oh, well, not tonight, folks. Not tonight. Today, tonight, whenever you're listening to us here at All Things Unexplained, we are bringing you some Christmas cheer in the form of Christmas traditions and potentially a Christmas song
That's
if
right.
technology wants to treat us right today. So, we'll see.
That's right.
Is
Because
this our
hopefully we're
second
being joined by,
Christmas special?
I think it is, number two in a row. Who would have known?
It sure is.
First one was during COVID. So, but we made it back. We're waiting on musical.
Second one is still during COVID.
That's right. We're waiting on musical guest Sean Austin from the Sean Austin Band, friend of the show. He actually came around during our first Christmas special, and now he's accepted to
He
come back.
did.
I can't believe it, but he did.
We didn't scare him off
actually-
the first time.
Yeah. It's actually one of
right.
our old students.
Well, without further ado, I say we dive in.
Let's get after it. Don't forget,
That's
CJ.
right. He is
Don't-
one of your students.
And one of mine too.
You
Let's not forget, by the way, that we were recently up to number 25 on the science charts in Ireland.
Top of the morning to you.
Ba-doo, boo. Thanks to my two friends who live there. I'm
Right.
sure it was those two friends, right?
Maybe, but we're right behind Neil deGrasse Tyson
I-
and NPR and a whole slew of
I
other
thought you only had
household
three
names.
friends,
So
me and Matt. I guess not.
That's right.
And
You guys
Cajun
still
Man.
live there, so that makes me a liar.
And Cajun Man.
And
I heard
Larry, if my dad
Cajun
counts.
Man sent her a Thanksgiving jambalaya.
Your dad does not.
I
He has
wish.
to be your friend. That doesn't count.
Shoot. Well, there goes that. I guess it's just you two then. Lucky me.
I think CJ
In all honesty, though, I have been to Ireland and it was wonderful.
I think Smitty and I are doing battle in some Christmas trivia tonight, aren't we?
Yes, you are. And how perfect that I get to lead the Christmas trivia. I mean, you guys know how much I hate scary movies, and you make me do that every year. And I was such a mess with the Thanksgiving one, even though I think I did win, if I recall correctly. But now you two and Sean Austin, if he joins us, get to battle it out with Christmas traditions. So I think one of my favorite things about doing this show, just all things unexplained in general, is that I get to learn so much new stuff because it forces me to research things that I would not have researched before. So we are going to go through several questions here. You guys are going to give me your answers, and we'll see if you guys can get some right. So if you get it right, you get a point.
I'm pretty confident, as I like to say, between my brother and me, we actually know everything. So I'm pretty confident.
You think you do. You think you do. That's for damn
Well,
sure.
I mean, the level of digging that I went to find these Christmas traditions was not much. So if you cheated today and looked up Christmas traditions, you would have found the first article on Google, and that's where I got these.
I did not look anything up.
Okay.
If I don't know it, my brother would know it. So that's what I'm trying to say. So.
Just for those fans.
Well, let's hope that anonymous brother is tuning in.
Yeah. Just for the fans who are listening, my job is to know absolutely nothing and just come on the show. Do as little work as possible.
So you do your job well.
And you're here.
Well, that's my job.
Here we go. All right. Christmas question number 1. In Sweden, every year, in the center of, I'm going to butcher this, Gavel's Castle Square, a giant animal is built for display. The animal stands 13 meters tall, or if you're American, 42.5 feet tall. And this Swedish Christmas tradition of building this animal has unwittingly led to another tradition of sorts where people try to burn it down every year. So your job is to guess what this animal is in the center of Gavel's Castle Square.
First
and
of all,
Tim will have you go first.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. I was going to say who went first.
My go. Luckily, this is an easy one. This is one of my favorite Christmas animals. Believe it or not, quite famous. None other than Thistlehair, the Christmas bear.
Thistlehair, the Christmas bear. Okay. All right. He's very confident in that answer. Smitty, do you go with his confidence or do you have another guess?
I say it's a goat. It's a goat.
And we've been joined
Okay,
by
one of you is
some
correct.
guests. Oh, well. Sam of Clan Forshaw said, hi, guys. Hi, Sam. And Anonymous Brothers has chimed in with an answer. He agrees with Smitty. It's a goat. I doubt that. I mean, they didn't even say the name of a goat. And longtime listener, George Winters, is it a black bear? Land shark rebel?
By the way, Smitty is the GOAT. I am the GOAT when it comes to
They are beloved.
I'm the greatest of all time.
Smitty is the GOAT. Yes, you are the greatest of all time, and you are also correct. The giant animal that's built for display
No way.
is a goat.
No way.
Yes. So since 1966, the goat has been successfully burned down 29 times. The most recent destruction was in 2016. It has survived an attempted kidnapping via helicopter. It has been rammed by a car, but it is mostly targeted by fire. It was burned down at midnight on New Year's Eve in the very first year of its existence in 1966. So every year, a big concert accompanies the goat's inauguration, and unfortunately, the goat tempted its own fate this year on social media when it posted that it was still standing for the 5th year in a row, and sadly, it is standing no more. It has once again been burned down this year.
I hate to say it, but that's definitely a trivia question my brother knew. So we're still 100% for knowing everything. But I admit it would have been it probably would be a little traumatizing to see Thistlehair the Christmas bear get burned down. So.
Well, by the way, the points
Didn't they make a movie about that tradition?
And I do think there might have been a little bit of cheating going on Smitty's part, but we'll let it slide
What
this
the?
time.
I know, because we had listeners tell him the answer. I put it up on the screen, but
Yeah.
didn't they make a movie about that with Nicolas Cage in it, about that tradition?
I know what you're talking
have no
about.
idea.
What was the name of that movie?
The Wicker Goat.
Yeah, The Wicker.
The Wicker Goat.
It wasn't The Wicker Goat. It was like The Wicker.
CJ says she doesn't like horror movies and traditions, but at the end of The Wicker Goat, they hauled him up in the Wicker Goat and burned him down.
Now you ain't got me curious.
Oh,
I've got to
there
look
you
this up.
Listener Michael Derringer says Face Off. It's either referring to a movie or the battle between Smitty and myself.
It's The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man.
it's clearly that.
So,
Yeah, but it was based on the Wicker Goat. They just changed it a little.
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, you're wrong the first time. Don't.
All right. Well, our next Christmas tradition takes us to the beautiful land of Japan. a country where apparently Christmas is not nearly a big deal as it is in the States, except for a fast food chain has made its name as a Christmas staple. Every year since the mid-1980s, the chain's mascot gets dressed as Santa during the holiday and welcomes droves of locals and tourists alike across the country. According to figures released by the American fast food chain, their Japanese retailers pulled in 6.9 billion yen, roughly US $63 million, from December 20th to 25th in 2018, with lines out the door starting on December 23rd. Smitty, what fast food chain do you think is a staple in Japan's Christmas
Actually,
traditions?
watched something about this. It's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay, again, with confidence, the first answer. Tim, do you care to agree or disagree?
Well, I'm just going to tell you, this happens to fall right in my wheelhouse because my son is a big fan of Japanese culture. He has Pokemon cards out to wazoo. And I happen to know, because we've actually visited the Higoi Ishikawa Museum, that Higoi Ishikawa himself has to order his KFC months in advance just so he can have it on Christmas Eve.
I'm shocked that both of you knew this answer.
See, I said it first.
What did you watch on this,
I
Smitty?
watched
What were you
something about-
watching? You guys have too much
There
free
was
time.
some baseball team that they got defeated, or they didn't win a pennant in Japan because they threw Colonel Sanders the river of the statue, and so they got him back out, and then they won the Japanese pennant again. And they were talking about how they all eat chicken in Japan.
Yeah, well, apparently KFC Japan's busiest day is December 24th, on which they usually sell about 5 to 10 times more than typical days. And somebody named Naomi was quoted saying, as Christmas approaches, KFC commercials play on TV. They look very delicious. We order early, then go to the store at the designated time to pick up our bucket.
Wow.
Those who don't reserve a bucket see themselves in long queues for hours.
Ironically, I'd rather have
Sounds
sushi for
Hey, Tim,
Christmas
the-
Eve than KFC.
All right, well, impressed that you both knew about KFC in Japan, and we are now moving to St. Nicholas Day in Germany. I have a feeling you guys know a lot about this, but not to be confused with Father Christmas. Nikolaus travels by donkey in the middle of the night on December 6th and leaves little treats like coins, chocolate, oranges, and toys in the shoes of good children all over Germany, and particularly in the Bavarian region. St. Nicholas also visits children in schools or at home, and in exchange for sweets or a small present, each child must recite a poem, which I thought was cute, sing a song, or draw a picture. In short, he is a great guy. But it isn't always fun and games. St. Nick often brings along, I don't know how to say this, Knecht Ruprecht, or farmhand Rupert, a devil-like character dressed in dark clothes, covered with bells and a dirty beard, who carries a stick and a small what in his hand to punish any children who misbehave. So he carries a stick and a small what.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Yes!
Not
Hey,
All of a
Sean.
sudden, the technology just started kicking, and we're all here. We're all together for Christmas again this year. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Festivus miracle.
Yeah. You gotta get the phone out. Hey, but you can answer the question.
You should go over it again. I think that I should welcome officially to the show, and thanks for being here, Sean Alston from the Sean Alston Band. Sean, welcome back this year.
Yes, good to see you.
Good to be here.
Welcome, Sean. Jump right in here with us. We're doing our Christmas trivia, holiday
Welcome.
traditions, and right now I think it is 2 points for Smitty, 1 point for Tim. We'll give you a point just for showing up.
Yep.
All right, so our next tradition takes place in Germany. And this is about St. Nicholas, who travels by donkey in the middle of the night. He does so on December 6th, leaving little treats like coins and chocolate and oranges and toys and the shoes of good children all over Germany. However, he does not travel alone. It's not all fun and games. He brings along with him, I'm going to butcher it again, Knecht Ruprecht, which is, I guess, farmhand Rupert, a devil-like character dressed in dark clothes, covered with bells and a dirty beard. He carries a stick and a small what in his hand to punish any children who misbehave. So the question is, what does he carry with him in his hand to punish children?
Yep.
And we were having Tim go first on this one.
All right, so I actually got this. I know for sure because growing up, one thing I learned real quick is that the way you could always tell a true southern yard is no low-lying branches to the ground. So it reminds me a lot of our friend Krampus, or Umspackenen von Krampus, as he's known as in Germany. We got a lot of Deep South traditions came from that area as they immigrated to the land of plenty in the Deep South. And not only do we use the switches down south, we also use extension cords, but I don't think that's it, because it would be none other than a small fly swatter. Well, Pat! Better be good, kid.
The obvious answer. The fly swatter.
Why does it take him 20 minutes to say fly swatter? I don't understand. But anyhow.
Just the way he works. They covered one math problem a day in class.
And by the way,
and it's a podcast, just a fly swatter. We're going to be here like 2 minutes.
He used to like ride a donkey all around town on December 6th too. So, but he didn't leave present.
You talking about Zonky, the Christmas donkey?
All right.
Yeah. By the way,
all kinds of names for Christmas animals.
I think he carried a branding iron.
A branding iron. Oh.
That's my answer.
Brand the kids so they would remember him the next year. That's right, don't mess. All right, Sean, we've got fly swatter, we've got branding iron. What is your guess?
We're gonna go with a cane. Candy cane. It comes from somewhere.
A cane. I like it.
No, he said candy cane. That's brilliant.
The candy cane. We're gonna candy cane all those kids that are misbehaving.
That's what they do for Christmas in Thailand.
All very creative. Very creative and fun answer.
Candy cane.
And all incorrect. Shocking. All incorrect. The correct answer is the small whip. Small whip.
A small whip.
A small whip. We all missed it.
If they were
whip, yeah.
If they were diabetic, you could candy cane them. That'd be punishment. Just give them a candy cane.
I feel like Wilford Brimley would not approve.
Wilford Brimley. He died the other day, didn't he?
Diabetes is running rampant in Germany. They eating too many chocolates and candy canes, and they getting up on their AARP. But I feel like I deserve partial credit for that, though.
We don't do partial credit.
Is not
I actually prefer the thought.
No. So hear me out.
I prefer the thought of a branding iron in the shape of a candy cane,
so
and then you're just like caned every year.
So hear me out. In the original screenplay for Indiana Jones, he actually had a fly swatter instead of a whip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly, he
partial credit.
They actually branded Indiana Jones. That's kind of
no
strange.
Partial credit.
Because they branded the guy with a coin.
They also ripped somebody's
All right.
heart
Well,
out.
no points for anybody there. No points there. And we're gonna move it right along here to our next Christmas tradition, which comes from Norway. So in Norway, they do something a little different on Christmas Eve. Everyone hides something. They all hide the same something in their house. A tradition that comes from fear that evil spirits may come to steal it. So they all hide this same object in a safe place. What do you think the object is? And Smitty, we're throwing it to you first. What are people hiding in Norway?
I'll say their Bible.
Their Bible. Evil spirits are coming for that Bible. We better hide it before they get their hands on it on Christmas Eve. I like it. All right. Bible is Smitty's answer. That's what they are hiding on Christmas Eve. Sean, what do you think they're hiding in Norway on Christmas Eve?
I have no clue.
It is an object. They're all hiding the same object in their house so that evil spirits don't come and steal it on Christmas Eve.
We could have some real Christmas magic tonight.
And I think
'cause
we may have lost you temporarily.
Smitty's gone and Sean Austin are gone.
Ooh, that might give you the answer to this question.
Oh, wait a minute. Really?
I was agreeing with Smitty's answer. I like the Bible answer.
Apparently, we hide our co-hosts. You're going with the Bible, okay? All right, Tim.
That's a good
Give us
answer.
some creativity here.
Yeah, well, I actually believe that instead of the Bible, they actually hide their youngest sibling. Their youngest sibling.
No. Don't steal my baby on Christmas Eve.
They had to put a special mark on the door, on the front
The
door.
dingo ate your baby. That's our Seinfeld.
All right. Well, they're not hiding babies or they're not hiding Bibles, but they are hiding. However, it does start with the letter B. So I'm going to give you guys one more chance. Starts with the letter B. What are they hiding on Christmas Eve so that evil spirits don't come and steal it?
Wait, who's hiding it? Who's doing the hiding?
Just you, me, whoever's in Norway. The people of Norway are hiding these objects on Christmas Eve.
I
Their
feel like I know now.
Beyonce albums. It starts with the
The precious Beyonce.
The Bootylicious album. The
She's bigger.
Bootylicious album.
She's bigger than Elvis in Norway.
Those evil spirits, those devils are coming to get that Beyonce album.
Bottles too bootylicious for you, babe. Okay.
Banana.
I think they're hiding
Beyonce albums.
their brandy.
Their bananas, their brandy, their Beyonce. This is a good party that we're having here. No. I'll give you one more hint. A tradition that dates back centuries to when people believed that witches and evil spirits came out on Christmas Eve.
Their brooms.
Oh,
man.
Boom goes the dynamite. Their brooms. They all hide their brooms on Christmas Eve because they believe the evil spirits are coming to steal their brooms to ride on them.
Back in this.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So get your brooms, get your brandy, get your Beyonce, get your bananas, get your Bibles and your babies, and let's have a party.
Yeah. Know what kind of party? That'd be a
Nicely
weird
done.
party.
That could be a heck of a song.
It's kind of like my house every night,
Yeah.
actually. You should see me holding my baby, dancing to Beyonce, and using a broom sweeping the floor. That's every day in my life.
You notice she didn't.
Sean
say
had a
she
good
was
point. That would
reading
make
the
a
Bible.
great song.
Because my body's too bootylicious for you, babe. All right, moving on. Moving to Venezuela. If you are looking for a new Christmas tradition, then you should head to Caracas, Venezuela this year, because every Christmas Eve, the city's residents head to church in the early morning. Sounds normal. However, their method for getting to church is a bit different. How do you think they make their way to church Christmas Eve morning? Sean, we're coming to you first.
Swimming.
Swimming. They swim to church. I like it. All right. Venezuela, we're swimming to church.
Women.
Tim, what is your guess?
Well, I want to give a shout out to listener Monica Riley, who says, "Hey y'all."
Hey, Monica. How are
Hey,
you?
Monica Riley.
Hey, Monica Riley. That name sounds familiar. So I happen to know in Venezuela, also home of the chupacabra and few forms of transportation, that one of the most popular times of the year for the chupacabra to go on attack is Sunday morning, Christmas morning specifically, and so they run to church.
It's Christmas on Sunday, just always in Venezuela. Forget December 25th. It's like Easter. It's like Sunday.
So it's like every 7 years they have to run to church. That's right.
They run to church every 7 years in fear of the chupacabra on Christmas.
Yeah, it's like
morning.
a bad tornado. I mean, shark tornado movie. They're just running everywhere. But, yeah.
Sharknado.
Sharknado.
Yeah.
There you go. My answer is correct. I'm pretty sure mine's
right,
correct,
maybe.
but I think they crawl to church.
They all get so drunk the night before that
I
they have to
think they
crawl to
crawl.
church. Yeah. Maybe they go and they steal all the brooms from the people in Norway and they fly to church on brooms.
That would be awesome.
That would be great. No, you're all wrong. Actually, none of you are even really close, but that's fine. So, Tim, Charlie would love this tradition. You got to get your son. You got to get him there for Christmas Eve this year so that he can bust out his roller skates and rollerblade to church. Christmas Eve morning, they all go to church on roller
derby
skates.
time, y'all. Here we go.
Roller skates, yeah. Apparently, this tradition is so popular that the roads across the city are closed to cars so that people can skate safely to church before heading home for their less than traditional Christmas dinners of
That's
tamales.
unusual.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here I am just trying to get some folks over to Sonic to roller skate my onion rings out to me, and they're roller skating to church to Christmas Eve service.
Trust me, you don't need any onions.
I feel like these are some fun traditions that we need to start incorporating.
I feel like Sonic should do some recruiting
Agreed.
for Venezuela.
There you go.
Yeah, get some company representatives.
I'm pretty
out
sure
that
that you can't do it with all those chupacabras running around. Everybody's going crazy. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's an extreme
Okay.
mission. I mean, it would basically be like Predator as far as, the environment of sending your Sonic business representatives in there. They would need a special forces team potentially to guide the way, but yeah, I agree.
All right. Well, more Christmas Eve traditions coming your way. This one comes from Finland. On Christmas Eve, before people head out to party for the night, it is customary for them to strip naked and spend time in what? They're stripping naked and time where, Tim?
Back to me already again. They're definitely, I think this is also a tradition in Russia. They like to strip naked, head to the sauna, have some vodka, and get merry. So they're heading off to the sauna.
Naked, drinking in the sauna on Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, everybody. All right, coming to you, Sean. They're
down street.
stripping naked and heading
Streaking.
where?
Let's make a great Ray Stevens album.
Merry Christmas! Here I am. I like it.
Yeah, they call them the
Okay.
street. Dun, 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 dun. They like to show off.
This
their
is
physique.
Finland, right?
So,
Okay.
Finland, yes. So you're either naked in a sauna or
Mounts
streaking down
used
the
to do the
street.
same thing at Woody's in Tupelo, but whatever. And,
Oh, me.
The fact that it's called Woody's is a whole other level.
But anyhow,
That was allowed after
I'm going to
midnight.
say that they stand out in the snow. They go in the snow.
Ah, yes. Make a little naked
Yep.
snow angel out there. I like it. Okay, one of you is actually correct. Believe it or not. Tim's pretty confident in himself.
He's always confident.
Tim is right. Apparently, many homes in Finland come equipped with their own sauna, and at Christmas time, this cozy spot becomes a sacred place associated associated with long dead ancestors. On Christmas Eve, it's customary to strip naked and take a long and respectful stint in the sauna, which is also believed to be home to the legendary sauna elf. After the sauna session, they head out to the evening celebrations while spirits of those ancestors take their place in the warm, toasty sauna.
Sorry, Smitty. With great knowledge comes great confidence.
Yeah, well, I was pretty sure that you needed. I thought I saw you typing over there. I figured Google wasn't there.
No typing here.
Oh, I don't know what the score is now, but
I'm definitely winning.
I think
it was 3-2.
1 point.
3-2.
1 point. 3-2. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to move a little bit faster if we're gonna get through some more of these. So, here we go. I'm gonna.
And we still have some special
all right, this one's
Christmas
done.
treats ahead too.
Yeah.
What you
So
got?
maybe
for
we'll
us,
just
CJ?
do a couple more here.
Yeah.
So, when you think of Christmas food, what comes to mind? List off some Christmas foods.
Cheese ball,
Ham.
Cheese
Fruit
balls,
cake.
chocolate drops.
fruitcake, ham,
Sorry,
turkey, maybe.
I was literally hypnotized by your All Things Unexplained sign for a few moments there. It's like it's speaking to me.
Isn't she lovely? Okay, so yes, all of those seem like traditional
Cranberry
Christmas
sauce.
foods.
It told me to say cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce, yes. Unless you're in South Africa, in which case it's the creepy crawlies that local children look forward to. Each year, people eat what festive fried insect to give them a little extra luck in the new year? Smitty, we'll have you go.
Well,
They fry
Smitty's
cricket.
raring to
Crickets.
go with an answer.
Crickets.
And
Is
I
Smitty's
know-
answer crickets. Deep fried crickets.
I've eaten
All
them.
right.
They're pretty good.
Sean Austin, sir, what is your answer?
It was South Africa.
South Africa, what creepy crawly insect are they deep frying and eating on Christmas?
I'm going to agree with Smitty, so he'll get the answer, but I'm going to agree with him. Crickets.
He was not correct the last time you agreed with him, but I appreciate that you're sticking with him this time. Tim, what is your guess?
Well, I actually happen to know that the early explorers of South Africa, looking for the Dabongo, who some people believe is a sauropod still alive today, actually survived on fried termites that the natives provided.
Fried termites. Ooh, fried termites. Tasty, tasty treat. I have
And
to
very
say,
good
Smitty,
for
I
you.
have also eaten crickets before. I did so to get free ice cream from Cold Stone. I ate a chocolate-covered cricket. Not crickets, not termites. In this case, people are eating fried caterpillars.
Fried
What?
caterpillar.
Caterpillars. But these caterpillars aren't just the run-of-the-mill variety you find in the garden. The pine tree emperor moth or Christmas caterpillar is covered in very festive hues, giving all to swallow a little extra luck in the coming year. So,
Oh, wow.
bon appetit with your fried, crispy
You ain't
caterpillar.
real.
What are the odds we could order some of those
Yum.
for the show?
Maybe we should fry up some catawba worms. We could fry some catawba worms up.
I think
Yeah, we could do that.
I fish with them, so we could eat.
Plenty of those around, floating around.
All right, we're going to go rapid
Okay.
fire. We're
Yep.
going rapid fire with my last 3 questions. So here we go. All right. Let's see. Every Christmas, families around Sweden gather around the television at 3 p.m. sharp. What Disney character wish everybody a Merry Christmas? What Disney character do you think is wishing everybody a Merry Christmas in Sweden at 3 p.m. sharp?
Elsa,
Sean.
Frozen.
Elsa from Frozen. Okay, Tim.
That's a great answer. I generally don't agree with anybody else, so I'm going to stick to that guiding principle of my life and say Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket. All right, Smitty.
Even though I
rapid
wanted
fire.
to
What
agree.
Disney character
I think
is
it's
wishing
Mickey Mouse.
everybody? Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is the closest closest, but none of you guys got it right. It is Donald Duck. Apparently, since
I've heard it say
1958,
Donald
every
Duck.
year at 3 p.m.,
I knew that.
everybody in
it say
Christmas is
Donald.
around the television, or in Sweden's around the television sets. To this day,
Wow.
40% of Sweden's population still tune in. 40%, that's a lot. So there you go. What's more festive than everybody gathering around Disney cartoon characters on Christmas? I can't think of anything. All right, next, a rapid fire question. Get yourselves ready. Early settlers created the very first version of what American holiday drink? Early settler time. What American holiday drink that we have around now was created long ago? Smitty.
Eggnog.
Sean.
It's like green. It's like a green drink. It ain't eggnog. My aunt actually used to make. It's something kind of like it. It's something kind of like it's
Green
not
drink.
crickets or something like that. It's called something. But I
We'll
can't
go with the
think of
green
name of
drink.
it, but yeah,
Tim.
anyway.
Well, sorry, Smitty. Eggnog sounds good. Not eggnog, not peppermint mocha latte, Smitty's favorite drink from Starbucks either, but none other than hot chocolate, son.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, son.
Boom.
Sorry, son.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
eggnog.
Yeah.
It was
Time
eggnog.
all game.
Yes. Eggnog it was. All right. All right, next. 2 more rapid fire questions. Which Christmas song is the #1 most recorded song ever? Which Christmas
I got
song is
this.
it? Tim. Go.
Silent Night, baby.
Wow.
Okay, Sean Austin.
That's a good one. I'm gonna say Santa Claus coming to town.
Santa Claus coming to town. All right, Smitty. #1 recorded Christmas song ever?
Jingle bells.
Jingle Bells. That would have been my guess too. We both would have been wrong. It is Silent Night. Tim for the win.
Good job.
Oh.
Looks like it's a Silent Night, Deadly Night for you
I thought he
guys.
said holy night. He said holy night.
Oh, holy night.
I'm going to crawl
Okay,
down your
last-
chimney, but it ain't going to be to bring presents.
Last
Christmas
question.
sleighs.
Oh, he's slaying Christmas. Okay. Last question. And the person who gets closest to the correct answer wins the whole game show. So, if you've ever watched Clark Griswold decorate his house in Christmas Vacation, the next stat probably doesn't shock you. But according to a Consumer Product Safety Commission, what is the estimate for the number of people who have to visit hospital emergency rooms each November and December from holiday-related decorating accidents? Closest to the correct answer is the winner. How many people are hitting up the ER after putting up their Christmas lights each year? We'll start with Smitty.
I'm going to say, is this nationwide?
This is nationwide.
I'm going to say 9,460.
Ooh, very specific. 9,465 it is. We're putting it down. I'm going to write it down, actually, so don't forget. Okay. Sean.
And a half.
Oh, and a half.
We'll say
Is that like a...
12,612.
Okay. All right. How are you going to play this one, Tim? Wait, those two are pretty close to each other. 9,000, 12,000. What is your guess?
What was Smitty's answer again?
9,465.
So I'm gonna use my best.
And a half. And a half.
I'm gonna use my best Price is Right knowledge.
You're
I
going
had
for
to
$1.
go. I'm going one less than Smitty, and thanks, I owe a lot to Bob Barker, and a victory today would just be another notch in that category there. So one less than Smitty.
Well, one of you has to win. And it's going to be our very special guest, Sean Austin. The correct
Whoa.
answer is 14,700 people visit the hospital emergency rooms each November and December from holiday-related decorating accidents, which makes Sean the winner with his guess of
Wow.
12,612.
Good job. I want to
Good
cue
job.
the applause, but I've lost our sounds. Wait, I found them.
As long as Mounts doesn't win, I'm happy.
And that, folks, is your holiday Christmas trivia 2021, courtesy of All Things Unexplained. Tune in again next year.
This time I want to thank the Academy. So,
That.
To be continued.
You've been listening to All Things Unexplained. If you liked this podcast, please do give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. If you would like to hear more All Things Unexplained, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you'd like to support our show, please do visit buymeacoffee.com/unexplained. A special thanks to our producer, director, sound mixer, editor, and the man that wears far too many hats. No, seriously, he has a lot of hats, Dr. Tim Mounts. Without you, we couldn't keep the lights on. Thanks for listening to All Things Unexplained.